and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about the Tati Beauty Blendiful. So I've been watching Tati for a while. I'm not going to say a long time because, you know, Tati's been doing this a long time. And when she launched this, I was very curious about it. I'm one of those people that I want one tool that does everything because I travel a lot and my makeup bag has progressively gotten larger and larger. And I find that because I travel so much that I just want a smaller makeup bag. So when this launched, I went and I bought the Tati Blendiful, and I did buy finally the Tati Beauty Volume 1, Blended Neutrals Volume 1. Today on my eyes, I'm wearing Aurora, Ritual, and Smooth. And what I did was I set my eye with the Aurora. I went into the crease with Soothe in the matte, and then on the outer corner I put Ritual. On my inner corner I put the Aurora Satin, and next to that I put the Ritual Sequin. So there is a whole section that I won't F with, and that is the up here. I'm not a glitter person. Every time I've touched this, it has gotten everywhere. So I don't mess with this row. But Tati, other than that, it's this gorgeous palette. I love it. I tried to do a look with the red shades, but I'm not that girl. I wish I was. My daughter's that girl. I'm not that girl. So, on my face, I've decided that I was going to test out the Tati Beauty Blendiful before I gave it a review. I wanted to know what foundations that I found that it worked with. I needed a learning curve with it because I know that a lot of people are running and doing the reviews and this is no shade to anybody, and not knowing how to use it. So I needed to teach myself the best way to use it on my face. Not necessarily the best way to use it on everybody's face, but the best way to use it on my face. So first, I really honestly got it because I could never get the e.l.f. pore primer to work. So I really got it to see if this would finally work on my face. I'm happy to report that it has. So when you're using this, I flip it around a lot. So like, I'll put primer on one end, I'll put my foundation on another, I'll use it for the contour here. I'll even put my blush on with it, and I even put my highlighter on with it. I'm not one of those people who really likes a harsh highlighter line. I'd rather look like I have a natural glow from within. I also find that a lot of the highlighters tend to make me look older. So I tend to steer into pressing things deeply in as opposed to sweeping it over. So the things that I've used on my face today is this wonderful little gem that I absolutely love. It is from Pure. I got it on sale at Ulta, and I have to say that it was one of the best purchases that I've made. It's really dirty. So as you can see, I've really tipped into that contour shade. I use this one for blush, and mainly I go between this one and this one for highlight. So I like to, like I said, I like to try to keep everything very, this is what I'm packing. Another one of the products that I've tried with this that I find works very well is the Cover FX. If you don't know Cover FX is a completely vegan company. I've dipped heavily into the contour shade, heavily into the blush shade, and swap between that highlighter and the brightening for a highlight. I don't usually mess with the finishing powder. I have very dry skin, and any powder on my face, unless it's lightly dusted, will make my skin look old and creepy. So I don't mess with powder. So here are some of the actual products that I've tried with the Blendiful. So the Tarte Amazonian Clay. I had a tendency to, when I was using this, to putting entirely too much on my face and it looking awful. But the nice thing about the Blendiful is you really do not need a lot of product to make the Blendiful work, because it pounces right into your skin. So what I like to do, like I said, I like to fold it in half and pounce into my skin. I'm not a tutorial channel, so I am not gonna show you how to do my makeup, because I don't think I do my makeup well at all. I think I do my makeup how it looks good on me. The Tarte Double Duty Beauty face tape. I love this product usually. So I've used this with sponges, I've used it with brushes, and this product always applies really well on my skin. I actually really love how little I need of this with this, because I was going through a lot of this to cover stuff. One that didn't work well, and it could just be because this is so fast drying, was the Stay Naked by Urban Decay. As you can see, I've put a pretty heavy dent into this foundation. I like this foundation, but I think that it works better with a wet sponge. I couldn't get it to work with the Blendiful, but that's just me. Another one I didn't care for with the Blendiful was the Uma. And I like Uma as a company because they're entirely vegan. If you don't know who they are, I would highly suggest you check out their story. It is a great company owned by an African-American woman. And they have a huge shade range. This just happened to not look so great with the Blendiful. I don't know why. What I'm currently wearing on my face is the Pure 4-in-1 Selfie. This I love with the Blendiful. I love it with anything, but particularly with the Blendiful, I don't need as much. And this is a very expensive foundation. So the fact that I can use very little of it and get the coverage that I want is incredible to me. Today I'm using the Stay Naked 20NN for highlight just here, here, and here. I watched a video by Robert Walsh that changed how I do my under eyes, and I have to say I'm very happy with the way I do them, because I'm using a lot less product and I don't need to color correct. On my lips, I'm using the Pure Barbie. I'm not loving the color of this lipstick, but that's okay. And for my mascara, I'm still using my Hank & Henry. It's getting to the end of its life, but I do happen to really like my Hank & Henry. So, the Blendiful. Let's really talk about it. I know that a lot of people have had problems with the Blendiful and them ripping. Like I said, I've used this now since it was mailed to me 3 weeks ago. I think it was like 3 weeks ago. It feels like 3 weeks. And I love it. So I wash it every time I use it. I've not had a problem with ripping. I'm looking at the seams now, and I'm not seeing a lot of ripping. What I like is that you can, like, turn the thing around and get use out of every single corner of this product. I like the fact that you can wash it. So what I do to wash it, put a few drops of Meyer's dish liquid onto it, and I rub it and I wash it clean. And then this way what I'm getting is a very clean sponge every time, and it air dries very, very quickly. It air dries very, very quickly. So I'm gonna just press everything in like you would a beauty blender, but because you're not getting the suck up of the product that you would with a beauty blender or a brush, you're getting a much more even application. My next suggestion is if you're going to do your contour this way and fold it in half, and then again on the same side, and go with your natural contour line. For highlighter, what I like to do for the highlighter, I'm going to take that top corner and I'm going to dip into my highlighter, and I'm just going to press into my skin with the highlighter, in where I would naturally get a highlight. And that's it. And I really like how it distributes the product on my cheeks. I feel because I could press it in a lot deeper than I would with a beauty sponge, with a beauty sponge, then I'm getting a more glow from within look. Sorry, it's still the flu. I'm blaming it on the flu. The other thing that I've seen people swipe with this in videos. I've not gotten it to work well with swiping unless I'm blending. The swiping motion doesn't apply my makeup as well, and with that I would have to use a beauty sponge to get it a smoother lines. I know that you can bake with this. I don't bake. I said I have very, very dry skin, and if I baked, I'd be like Mrs. Havisham. So I really have enjoyed using this. From a vegan standpoint, I like the fact that this is so reusable, that I'm going to be able to get really, really lot of use out of this before I need to get rid of it. It is made out of polyester. You know, people feel one way or another about polyester. I have no feelings on polyester. It does come with this cute little touch-up, and the little cute touch-up can go underneath your eyes and like repress your makeup into your skin. I tend to my makeup tends to break up here, obviously here, and around my mouth area, because that's where I have all my lines, and my nose has just giant pores on it. So this comes in very handy. I just keep it in my purse and I just repress the product into my skin, and that's it. I mean, as far as price goes, I spent, with tax and shipping, $22 on this, versus a beauty sponge. Even the Real Tech ones, which are $5.99, I find after a couple of uses they get really, really gross. I've now used this almost every day for 3 weeks, and all I have to do now is wash it and let it air dry. So if you're one of those people who are looking at, like, is it worth the cost? Absolutely, because over the long term you're going to get a lot of use out of it. If the price is something that bothers you, I know that Pop Flux Nady just did a comparison, and he got the same results as like cheap ones off of Amazon. To me, it was well worth the money. I've spent $20 on products that I'm never gonna touch again. So it was well worth the money. I think from a lot of people, it's learning how to use it that works best for their skin. So for some people, it's going to be pressing it in. For other people, it's going to be the swiping motion. I know for Manny MUA, it was swiping this way. For other people, it is, and me included, going in and pressing in that product into every single pore you have. I think that there is a very huge learning curve with this. But if you decide to get it, I think that you're going to love it. I haven't put it down, and I haven't gone back to my sponges or my brushes yet. And I think that that says a lot, because I have so many brushes that occasionally I need to rotate them out. So for me, this was worth every penny. So good job, Tati. I'll probably be ordering more. I don't know if they're sold out. I know that the palette sold out. And again, that palette, everybody has reviewed this palette at this point. The palette, again, worth every dime. If you are more adventurous, this shade, this thing looks gorgeous. This looks gorgeous, and this looks incredible. On camera, it looks a lot more purple to me, that maybe it's the ring light, than it is in person. And this is a much more warm orange row. I have used this one and this one. I haven't really, again, dipping into this row. I do it very sparingly, and I am not effing with that row. So I give you all credit if you F with that row. From a vegan standpoint, I like the packaging. It's very, when I got it, Tati sent the palette in a very minimalist box. It was wrapped in recyclable material, and to me, I don't need all the big fluff and fuff and the whole thing. I want something that I know is protecting the palette, but also I can recycle everything in the material. So I hope you found this review helpful. If you have the Tati Blendiful, let me know what you think of it. I know it's not for everybody, because a lot of people are like, and I was very skeptical of it as well, because to me, I wasn't getting it to work. Like, I just was not getting it to work. When I actually took the time to sit down and really press the stuff into my skin, not just go, I don't understand why it looks like crap, it started to work for me. So I hope, if you like things like this, hit the like button. I do like to review products, from food products to makeup products. If you like reviews like that, let me know. And if you've picked these up, also let me know, because these things were like, I think they're adorable, and they clean so easy. I've yet to clean this one, obviously. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment down below, turn on that notification bell, and hopefully you enjoyed this video and you found it informative. Thank you.